Of course he has intro music. Why wouldn't he? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dad?
Good morning.
The professor, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning. No, I'm really well. Sauce, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. It's nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you. The princess from Pasadena. I love that.
That is me.
Yes.
Tis I.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Dad.
John, why don't you call me that?
I'm the one that crowned you the Princess of Pasadena.
But I feel like you could acknowledge me more like that.
Okay.
I think you should.
All right, Dad. Now, Dad, you and Mom are coming to the comedy show August 17th, Rams Head Live, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you want to do a quote presentation at the comedy show.
Well, I made a presentation at the comedy show at the baseball stadium in Baltimore, and I think it went over extremely well. And I thought that I would make a return.
Yeah.
I understand there's been a lot of listeners that like my comedy and would like me to come back. Mm-hmm. And so who am I not to give the public what they want?
I don't disagree.
Now, hold on.
Give the people what they want.
How do you know people wanted you back? You keep your ear to the streets?
Well, you know, Mom and I listen to the show, and I've heard people calling up asking where the professor is, and so I'm right here.
It happens all the time.
Right, and I'm looking forward to the 17th, August 17th.
Okay, and what kind of struck me as odd, Dad, is your plan, from what I understood, was just to show up, and you just kind of thought that you'd be granted access to the stage.
Yeah.
You didn't even ask, hey, can I do comedy at your show?
Well, I didn't think that I had to make a formal proposal. I thought that, being that I've done this before, that there would be a possibility of welcoming me back to another try.
Okay. Have you been writing new material? Because I haven't done anything roastable, really, the last couple of years.
Sure.
Well, you know, I belong to an affinity group of Vietnam veterans, and it's about 30 to 35 people.
Yeah.
And we've shared some stories having to do with the military that I think that, are kind of funny, and I think that your listeners would like to hear.
Sure.
So I thought that I would develop a comedy, a comedy show based upon what I've heard the fellas say and what I've done overseas.
A lot of hearsay.
I thought that, and I thought that it would be kind of funny and enjoyable to your listeners.
Let me ask you this. Are you and Mom worried about the true things I'm going to say about you two on stage?
Well, you work is over pretty good on your own, and we've listened to the show, and we would like equal time. I can tell you that.
No, that's not going to happen. No. So what are you asking, Dad? Like, what's the actual proposal? Like, how much time do you want, and what are you going to talk about? Because this is all got to be taken in consideration. Because what if I want to have the audience watch paint dry instead?
Oh my gosh.
I think that's poor form, John.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I walk mostly with a cane these days because of
pimp cane,
some health issues.
Yeah,
and so all I asked was that I would like to be able to walk on to the stage and have there be something that I could kind of hold on to.
Sure.
Whether it's a podium or whether it's just something.
My hopes and dreams.
What's that?
Huh?
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that there would be something that I could hold on to. I can stand without the cane, but I get kind of wobbly.
Sure.
That's a decent request.
Yeah. How much time are you thinking, Dad? Because it's a short, like 3 minutes maybe.
Well, it doesn't hardly seem worth my time to go on there for 3 minutes.
Well, you're supporting your son. Isn't that worth it?
I would say maybe 10 minutes. Is that reasonable?
I think that's reasonable.
10 minutes my time or 10 minutes your time? Because those are two very different
That's reasonable.
units of measurement.
Well, I'll probably sharpen my presentation up, and I will time it. Yeah. And I'll get some feedback from Mom as to whether or not it's too long or too short. Yeah. It should be around 10 minutes, I would say.
Because Mom also comedic genius. Now, here's the thing, Dad. You know I love you, but it's not up to me. It's up to the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the people want to see you, if the show sells out before the 17th, you can get 10 minutes.
That's good. I think that's good. That's good.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
I like that.
Tickets are on sale. InternJohnComedy.com. August 17th, Rams Head Live. If the show sells out, my dad can do 10 minutes. If not, you're crushing this young man's hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, we got to talk. Some things got to be off limits. Because last time you were ripping my dating life, and, it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure it is a sensitive topic. I mean, when you talk about your dating life, John, it's like a new kid learning how to drive because of all the accidents you've been in with your dating life. I mean, it's I don't know what to say, John. We don't know what's going to come next.
I like to describe your dating life as like the Sahara. It's really dry.
Do you, Shelby?
Yeah.
Do you?
There's not a lot going on there.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dad, this has been a pleasure, and I really hope the show sells out. You know?
Well, I hope so too, and I want to say that
oh God,
Fisher House is an absolutely a wonderful organization. I volunteered at the VA for about 6 years in Minneapolis, VA. I didn't have lectures on Fridays. Every year, mostly every Friday, I went down to volunteer, and I'm very familiar with Fisher House and the number of families that stayed at Fisher House while the veteran was receiving care, in this case in Minneapolis. So it's a wonderful organization. They do great things. And I'm really proud of the fact that you folks, that is you, Sauce, and you, John, have generated over $100,000 for Fisher House. And believe me, they'll put it to very good use.
Yes, absolutely. Dad, one last thought. Do you want to hear a joke?
Just
not really.
Yeah.
Dad, I have a great joke about cliffhangers.
We know what you're going to do.
You have a great joke about cliffhangers?
Yeah.
Somebody want to tell me what to do.
No, Mom, don't step on it. All right. Now, this has been great. Talk to you guys later. Love you.
Yeah, nice talking to you, folks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Both have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Goodbye. All right.
I'm their favorite.
Yeah, you are like one of their favorite kids. I don't get it. Okay, so it's the parameters have been set. If the Rams Head show sells out, my dad will do 10 minutes of comedy.
Okay.
Which is nerve-wracking. What's more nerve-wracking is my mom is more lethal than he is.
It's true. Your mom is lethal.
Peggy can cut deep if she wants to.
Yeah.
InternJohnComedy.com. The show is August 17th, Rams Head Live. It's the final show of the tour. And again, we've raised over $100,000 for Fisher House, and they're the highest-rated military charity on the planet. They provide housing to military families who have a loved one going through difficult medical times. A fantastic group.